Hi everyone. Today I wanted to point out why it's important to have a pinnable image. Now this isn't a listing photo, but if you're putting pictures in your listings, you might as well create a pin and put it in your listing photos, because that way when people come to your listing, if they want to save it for later, I'm trying to find the cursor, they can click on the Pinterest button or save it and it will show up as an option. So that gives them something to pin to Pinterest that actually looks like a pin as opposed to just a picture. Now, if you have a blog on your website or somewhere else, it's also important to have pinnable images in your blog. And sometimes the only images in a blog are for Pinterest. And I've actually started doing that on a different blog that I have. But this is my website blog, and I have the picture of the cake here. Then I've also created a pin here so that when people are in the article, if they want to save it, they could either click on the pin button here to save it, or they could click on their browser save button and it's there right there. They can choose that and then they can save that to Pinterest. So it's important to have these images in there because this is the kind of thing that people will save with text on it to remind them why they saved the pin. So they might save this because they like it, but they will probably save this one because that describes what it was, and people are forgetful. So they're going to save the things with the text that explains what it is. If you only have stock images in your blog post, that's fine, but I would create a pin with those stock images so that, number one, it looks different from everything else on Pinterest, because you're going to get a lot of stock images on Pinterest that look very similar. And, people kind of use the same types of templates. So you want to use things that are a little bit different to catch people's eye as they're scrolling. This is just a lot of things that look exactly the same. And you have to design pins so that they catch people's eye. So make sure that if you're doing a blog post and sometimes in your listings, that you put a actual pin that you design in them. And that way it gives people something to save to Pinterest if that's something that they want to do. So leave me any questions and I will talk to you later.